High five.
More Tylenol. Turned out just fine.
Happy high five.
Happy high
Like
five.
like excited. Yes. All of this is good.
Okay. Now we're ready. We're
The year of the horse.
oh my gosh. So wow.
Wow.
Long time
Long
coming.
coming. For is this the podcast? Are we gonna do the podcast?
Yeah.
Are we gonna do the
Is
podcast?
there like, yeah, we
Okay.
should do it.
All right. We're gonna do the podcast now.
I feel like all our ideas are always just bundled up and now they're just coming out and
It's bundled.
it is.
This is the Zach and Leslie bundle on In the
Welcome.
Corner with Zach. Welcome. It's Leslie Marshall. I always
Hello.
pause because I've known you through several names.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. A lot of people know me as Leslie Johnson, and I know myself as Leslie Johnson for the better part of my first half of my year.
Is that how you think? Because I've never changed. Well, I've changed a lot of names, but I've never changed the last name. So, do you still in your head think of yourself
Not
as Leslie
anymore.
Johnson?
Not anymore.
You still,
And
identify as.
you know what's funny? So I was married once before
Oh, yeah.
and did not change my name. I hyphenated
Interesting
it.
fact. Oh, you were a
Exactly.
hyphenation.
Yep, because I didn't want to change it. And when I met Justin, I knew I wanted to be a family with him. So I wanted to be
Oh.
Leslie Marshall right away.
That's
I know.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that was easy. And also, I mean, yeah, you get to reinvent yourself. So I have had multiple identities in some fashion, but yeah,
Right.
I actually have slipped up a couple times. And so has he, which is even funnier when he still does it.
Oh, wow.
Like when he's mad at me.
Ha! Well, you're still Leslie Johnson in my phone.
A lot of people say
So,
that too.
yeah.
They're like, I have
Yeah.
to change it. And I'm like, no, who cares? Half of my credit cards are still like Leslie. They're like, oh, put it in as, I'm like, it's just a name. It's not a big deal. Passport, bigger issue
Bigger issue.
than anything else. And it's due anyway. So here I am
Like,
part of my year of the horse.
it is the year of the
changing it.
horse. It was the year of the snake. It is currently the year of the snake, ending up year of the horse.
I don't remember what was before. I want to say rat. It's probably not
Probably,
true.
probably.
I didn't really identify with a lot of things in it, but I was also in the thick of it.
Mm.
So when we went to the snake, I immediately started telling you about it. And I love snakes. A lot of people are afraid of snakes.
We saw some snakes last night.
Yes, I love them. I know. Remember, and I respected him. I was like,
Respected the snake, which is good because one should respect the snakes.
but it's like having animals, I don't know, carnival-esque. And everyone's like, take a picture with it. I'm like, no, that poor soul. You should put it back in its terrarium or area and let it be. And I'd already spent all my cash anyway. So there was that. But yes, Year of the Snake was huge for both of us. Gosh, we met.
Yeah, we met a long time ago in a universe far away.
2014 in Henderson, actually, not far
yes.
from where we are now. I think it was 2014.
Probably. I believe that
Yeah.
to be so because you were selling internet.
Oh my gosh, I was selling IT. That's right.
IT, yes.
It was a great gig.
And I was the one assigned to see what you could sell us at the time.
I loved you.
And I loved
right
you,
away. You
but
were
I didn't
adorable
think you
and
were,
sweet.
I didn't think you were,
Cool.
cool. No, I thought I was, you were cool. I didn't know if I was cool. That was the problem. I thought I was not cool, which is a great topic since this is a podcast.
But you've literally given everybody, and we talk about this throughout the year, inspiration to be and become who they want to be. And you've done a lot of that same things with like your avatars, with like your first headshot. Or maybe it wasn't your first, but it was the first one that everyone really oohed and awed over, which was the swoosh and the blue glasses, and really where you started to morph and play. Play in business, I think, is super exciting and fun. And when it's too structured, we were just talking about this, too structured and boring. Same with networking. Everything should be about fun and play in a healthy way.
Yes.
And the same with like what you want to do and what you want to become. So before, I would move to different cities all the time and reinvent myself. Very easy. but to reinvent yourself in the same city where people know you
Oh.
and say things like, oh, you're doing that now, or oh, you think you're, and I'm like, I don't think I'm anything. I'm just doing whatever I think it feels good at the time.
Yes.
And it's good to own that.
Yeah.
But
And that was actually the second headshot, because the first one I did the video about that, which you can still see on my timeline, about the it was I had the hair. It was shorter, more ish like this ish, but it was the super platinum blonde. But I was in the park and I was doing my usual that, and and I was about to be a real estate broker, and I put that on the card, and everyone said, "You can't do that. No one will take you seriously." And I did it anyway, as should be the rule. And it was fine.
yeah,
It worked. And now everybody does that.
yeah.
That's something. The video I made was like everyone was so like, you can't do it, has to be the JC Penney
Oh,
headshot
the
with
like
the
chin and the
chin,
and the
or
oh, the crossing of the arms.
and now everybody is out dancing around in a field looking all ha. and And back then they were like, "Oh, no, 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 you're
Yeah,
going to be a serious professional. No one luxury is going to, listen to you or come to your business."
yeah.
No, wrong.
And now everybody is really just doing everything off the beaten path,
Yeah.
and it couldn't be more interesting.
Mhm.
Like I know there's a real estate agent, Joe D, and his
Mhm.
daughter. They do the Double D report. Love it. Hilarious, great. They're fun. They have fun with it. They do the silliest stuff where they run around a house and she does like luxury in like 3 seconds or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and she runs around barefoot and she shows that. Like, just have fun, find your people, have fun, reinvent yourself, and do what feels good. And I think that learning somatics helped a lot this year.
Okay.
Like, what feels good? Learning to use my intuition. When people are like, "How did you know?" My body lights up like a Christmas tree when something is not right. And that's okay. You're right, maybe my wrong,
Right.
and vice
Yeah,
versa.
absolutely.
And I think that was like the biggest key takeaway from this year,
Yeah.
was finding all the things, doing all the things that I love. And I love, as much as it is challenging and hard to make t-shirts, to own a business, to, I mean, I ask you all the time, I think this is where it all started, was I was like, well, I'm really good at events, so I'm going to do wedding planning and I'm going to do this and doing that. And I just was like, oh, wow, I'm really not passionate about this at all. So when it got hard, I didn't want to do it anymore. But
That's
when
right. And you called me and said, "I'm not going to do this anymore."
I did. So I trashed it all, and you're like, "Are you sure?" Yeah, but it was a good exercise.
It was a good
We went through the full exercise because all I wanted to do was have something for myself. And all my friends who know me really well all know me from this. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've always wanted to be my own boss. Never could really figure it out, and I couldn't get enough guts either. And let's just be honest. I love to distract myself with 14 different projects so that I
Yes.
don't ever have to commit.
Right?
And yeah, and so I dove into that this year and really just sat down. I think I published my journal 2 years ago. That was a project I've always wanted to do. And then I started designing t-shirts and literally love it. In fact, I know that it's something I want to do here on out, because anytime I'm having a stressful day or I'm having a tough time, Justin even jumps in on it. He's like, "Oh my God, are you making t-shirts? Like, let's do that." He actually started designing and helping me do it too. And just playing around with it and making different shirts for like different trips and different races. And yeah, and that was a big one for me, is like, oh, and it's funny, I have a design degree and I never thought to use it
I didn't
because
even know that.
it wasn't even in the plan, right? It was always theater.
Oh.
So
Oh.
period pieces, and I had to make what everybody else wanted me to make. That was never
That's
fun.
interesting. Because
Isn't that weird?
that goes back to the other thing I'm always talking about. Like, we start out saying, "I want to be this," but we don't realize that that could be a million other things. I use my example of, I wanted to be a teacher. That was all I knew.
Oh
Because, back in the 80s and 90s, you had to pick what you were going to
yeah,
be when you grew up,
forever.
and you had to write it down, and that was going to be it. You decided at age 5, and that's it. So I'm like, and you're like, "Well, what are the options?" And they're
Yeah.
like, "Well, you'd be a firefighter, an
Astronaut.
astronaut,
Oh,
the president." Some of us at the time, we didn't have a lot of examples,
No, yeah.
because now anybody could be a president.
It was
And
literally a
yeah,
nurse, a
exactly.
teacher, a
Teacher.
mom. Like it was
Yeah.
like weird categories, and we
Yes.
were like, well, I don't even know what I want to do or eat later
Yes.
today.
Exactly. Yeah. So and I wrote down teacher because I'm thinking like, well, because I like getting up and talking and like drawing on the chalkboard.
You
That's
are
cool.
you are a good teacher though.
And this is what it ended up with. I,
Yeah.
I did not ever think that it would be a coach, teacher. It would not be a
Well,
like
coach
stand.
wasn't on the
No, no, it
list.
was not. I would not be in a workshop like teaching a group of
Yeah.
people. That was not it. I thought, oh, I'd have to go through, and then you lose that because to get to a teacher that we thought of, it would be like college and
Yeah.
university, and I'm not going to do any of that. Not messing with that. So I gave up on that. But then you come right back around to here
Hmm.
I am teaching in front of people, workshops, PowerPoints, chalkboards, dry marker,
Nationwide too.
nationwide.
Like you've
And
met everywhere you go, you meet new people, new clients, and you bring out the best in those people. And I would say from your real estate era, that's just a different genre, and you're more authentic and getting down to the nitty-gritty of things. And when it comes to, buying and selling a house, it's very fast sometimes and transactional, and just a whole different world that like you're like this was really great to be in, but you're like at the end of the day, like I love that we can say, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And we can say in real time, you know what? Like, and ask each other a few questions and then be like, I think you have your answer. And I always think that's really been a core part of why I value your friendship. And then we can put hats on. We can put relationship hats on. We can put business hats on. As your business, I mean, yes, I love that part of it. And I love that I was able to hire you and have it be like where we both work on things and see it and put it in motion. Like you helping me with my logo. That was really cool. But the fact that I sat down and was like, remember the first time I was like, I don't know what I want it to look like. It was really important for me that second time around to be like, no, it should come from me. It should, all my things should really truly come from me, except for
yes.
like a website build. That's not what I want to do. Even for newsletters, I'm like, I know what I want to say. You're way better at all those things.
But you still have it. We can put it in the blender together. And that's why I really love and what I've seen is the difference
Hmm.
is I'm helping people take whatever they think, whatever they have, even if it's a bullet pointed list of like, I like teal or I like
Hmm.
sunflowers. And this is the name that I want.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be the simplest thing of that, but I never get involved where it's like, well, here's your checklist of things.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. In certain businesses, maybe they want to subscribe
Mhm.
to that, but I'd rather work one on one with
Yeah.
the person and create this plan with them. And it's like our plan together instead of just,
Yeah.
I don't get on the phone and be like, you've got to do this. That's like why real estate coaching became so difficult is so many people want the taskmaster who's
Yes.
like whipping them to make 60 calls every morning before nine
Yeah.
o'clock and before they eat their bagel. And that's just not me.
Yeah.
And certain realtors that I work with, they become successful, but it's not because I'm whipping them and that we're
Yeah.
going down the checklist every day. No, you're tapping into your authentic self
Yeah. And
and
it's
what you want.
evolution.
Yeah.
It's truly evolution. Like I've mentioned this several times that some of the best business owners I know and look up to and respect and still work with today are people that um reinvent themselves within their business. And I think more than ever you have to do that. And even just me like going outside my normal t-shirt and doing a hat and doing bottle openers or doing like now I'm going to do a full jersey kit and gloves and just
Amazing.
just so many other things. Yeah, and I've even looked into like body like body scrubs and my own soap and just whatever I could do, right? To differentiate myself later, uh to just impact what would I want as that person. That really helped me out too. What do I look at? What sell to myself?
Right.
All those things that happen, it's very Slumdog Millionaire to me, where it's like the good and the bad and the in between, taking all those things and making my own recipe. I feel like has been
Put it
a
in the blender.
big one this year. The blender, just everything's a smoothie. Everything's relatable to food and
You
drinks.
love that I love. You taught me that, and I started to use that in my life and my coaching. Is like, what's the recipe? There is a recipe for this. You're cooking
You're baking or
baking,
you're
and you
cooking.
can't take out the sugar from this recipe.
If you're baking, yeah,
Yeah.
business can be more so baking.
Exactly.
You're missing that customer experience, but you got a great product. What's the point? If
Yes.
you have a great customer experience, but your product is it's if you are sort of kind of into your sales rep, but at the end of the day, like they can't follow through, what's the point? But yeah, cheers to that.
Oh yes.
Cheers to learning from each other. Good coffee too.
Very good coffee. Yeah.
I think coffee is amazing.
Coffee is amazing. I
Caffeine,
love coffee.
I love it. Everything about it. It's literally one of my slogans on there. But first,
But first,
coffee,
your coffee, and then you see the signs everywhere that say, "But first,
coffee,
coffee."
and that that comma.
It's important. Commas are important.
Punctuation matters.
Punctuation matters.
So good.
Wildflower Nomad
Yeah.
is your
Yes.
brand, is your company.
My
Your
baby.
baby.
It's turning 2.5.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I've been there from the beginning. I feel like, oh, like
And
I'm an uncle.
and you're a great uncle. And at first you were the one who first adopted the out of office. And I think for both of us corporate junkies, all I want to think about is when can I get out of office? And learning
Yes.
about like my hormones and the rhythmicness of it and like where I'm at in my life and as just being more of a female instead of like that adopting that masculinity in corporate, which is like 10 hours a day and perform and like where's this report, where's my KPI, oh, just stabbed me in the throat with a spoon. I just so tired of like building other people's empires, and I'm so ready to build whatever looks like for me, my empire and my paradise and my sanctuary, and it doesn't include a yacht. It's okay
Yeah.
if it looks a little different. And before I never understood what that's supposed to look like. Am I supposed to make $1 million? What do I do when I get $1 million? Is that going to make me happy? And money was the number one thing. Every time I chased it, I was miserable, sickeningly miserable.
Yes.
And every time I
Yeah.
didn't chase it, I was so like today at Sunrise Cafe, the most amazing. Ah,
Yes.
so I've been going there. Well, they're having their 20-year anniversary. A lot of places we've been going 20-year anniversary. And out of the blue, Jesse comes over and he's been a server there for, oh, I want to feel like the whole time, if not close enough. And he goes, oh my gosh, I see you out there in Blue Diamond with your shirts. He's like, I'll trade you a shirt for breakfast. And I got like emotional. I was like,
Yes.
and you're like, did someone just recognize you? And
Someone recognized
I
you.
mean, I'm in my community. I go to Sunrise Cafe for like
But
over and
still,
over. I get the
yes,
Glens
but,
wrap, no
but,
egg,
but they recognized you as
and my
that
work
person.
and my
As your
work. Like I
Yeah.
am vulnerably putting myself out there all the time. And I was just showing Zach before this. I was like, look at all these things I've made and I haven't gotten the cojones yet, or maybe just even the inspiration sometimes too to be like, I haven't finished this story, but I always in the moment will film myself because you taught me that. And I think it was almost a few years ago your mastermind group did like 10 or 12 or 15 days of content
Yes.
to practice telling people really truly what you would like to see in the world. And that's what I'm doing with Wildflower Nomad. Like I started my ladies group. I have this whole camping guide. I'm teaching more out of office leadership classes. And all of them are just, I see it right before me. Even with Missing Link, the networking group, they're like, thank you so much for providing such a great atmosphere. That is the number one thing like that I want to do is like inspire other women to create. Like
Yes.
I'm not a real mom, but I create all the time. I feel like I'm constantly giving
Yeah.
birth to different
Yeah.
ideas.
Giving birth to projects.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was really cool today to be sitting at breakfast with you
Yes.
and have someone be like, and a guy, I love your shirts. A lot of the bike shop guys were like, hey, can I have a shirt? I love this shirt, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's so cool. Like, we just had the bike festival almost a month ago and just still riding that, I don't know, communal high
Love it.
of
Yes.
all of us being out of office, outside, even yesterday on our bike ride, we were all at
Mhm.
the beginning, and then at the end, it's like I had 18 tabs open, and at the end, I had like maybe two, and I was just smooth operator after that. Like
Yes.
it's magical when you just open up where you want to be.
Yes.
And I see this within you, and I know that you see this in like we kind
Mm,
of mirror
yeah.
each other
Mirroring.
in the midst of the mud. I'm like, well, wait a second, this challenge or door shut or whatever
Mhm.
metaphoric thing you want to use, but isn't that what we want? Because we're asking the
Yes.
universe for something. Like you want to,
Mhm.
coach clients that are ready to go and have this open communication and like ability to work with you, not
Yeah.
against you, or not believe in what we're supposed to be doing. Like, do you want to grow your business? Do you want to do these things? And it's the same for me. Like I learned to I don't exactly love designing for people. If you give me free reign and like give me a couple parameters, better. But if you're just going to tell me what you want or bring me the image because it is a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh, yeah.
It drains my creative battery. And I'm like, it's okay to tell people, bring me a design.
Mhm.
I will put something together for you. Or
Yeah.
here's my pricing
Mm.
for
Yes.
design work
Yes.
because it's a
Yeah.
lot.
And it's always the learning curve for those of us who, I mean, we had to do everything for
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And to finally be at a place where you're like, it's not, I can do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not a graphic designer. I can be, but I'd rather not because that's not
Yeah.
where I want to go back and forth with the client, no matter
Yeah.
how wonderful it might be. I don't want to have that back and
And
forth.
it feels great and
Yeah.
empowering to claim what you really want. You did it before. You did
Yeah.
it before, just like in relationships. Well, that doesn't work for me anymore.
Mhm.
Doing some
Yes.
new, doing some new shiz right
Mhm.
now,
Yep.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm on to something different, and for that was like a huge one for me to see for you was like this. Oh, I really love this type of client. Oh,
Yeah.
call it in.
Yes.
Like more of those.
Mhm.
This would be beautiful. I still want you to do your client summit. I can't wait to meet all your customers and
Working on the
clients.
client summit. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge for us all, like, what is it? Blue Jay? Oh, I'm
Blue
gonna
Jay on
Blue
Instagram,
Jay on Instagram. We love
the
her.
hat maker. Yes.
She
Yes. Tell
is
people what she
so
does.
oh, she's so real and beautiful. First of all, she just talks a lot of funny things about small business, and she makes custom hats, and she's just so crafty and beautiful.
Beautiful hats.
Oh, I can't wait to get my custom hat made
Can't wait
from
to see
her.
your custom hat.
So
Yes.
excited. I'm like, please just surprise me, but here are the things that I love. And like, but for me, when I watch an account like that and I interact with an account like that, she encompasses community and supporting one another, and on a regular basis will tag us and do a call to action to the community where it's like, it's crazy what the algorithm does for small businesses and
Yeah.
loves to take all the bigger guys, which is
Mhm.
fine. I mean, that's just the way of the digital land. But
Yeah.
the more I think about it, it's like the story behind why I made this shirt, the story why I created the women's group, the story behind why I mountain bike over road biking, and nothing is right, wrong, or indifferent. Figuring out what you want to do is what's going to make it all like just kind of dissipate a little bit. Like less force and more just like,
Yeah.
let's just see what happens. And you just gravitate towards the things that you love. And then you bring in
Mhm.
other people just like that.
Yeah.
And that has been magical.
No. Because if you're doing it, I don't know. I'd like to say if you just do your thing, it's gonna work. I don't know if there's some kind of pre-planning to this or not, or that you have to be in the right vein,
Yeah.
because maybe not everyone is right, but I think like if you do something, you should just do the thing. I mean, you're not hurting anybody else. It's good for you. You're making yourself feel good. Other people are now feeling good. But like when you show me the videos and you're like, is that too much? I'm like, no, post it. Post it now. But then yet here we sat down here and we recorded something and I'm like, well, I can't put that in. Here I am doing it myself with I can't put that in.
Yeah.
And you're like, put it in. It's
Peer to
like
peer
you just have to
mentoring.
do the thing. And that's a
Hmm.
lot of coaching is so many people show me something and they're like, is this okay? And I'm not just placating when I say yeah. But I said yes because it is good and it's showing a part of themselves and every other, and then I say, well, why do you think it's bad?
Mm.
And I get a bullet point list of, well, I'm standing weird, or I sound funny, can't stand my voice,
Oh yeah,
I
my
look at my
chin.
chin.
I think
We
we're all
know something
talking
about
about
our
our chins
chins.
these
Yes.
days. I love it. Everyone's like, "What's up with our chins?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I read it, like something about our chins going away at midlife." But whatever. Here we are, like
We will, in the future, we will
unapologetically.
have no chin.
Just like I laugh all the time of like, what would you do if you got $1 million? And I was like, I would get a
Chin.
facelift. And like genuinely people are like, really? And I was like, well, I don't do Botox. I go and get, the normal spa stuff. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I remember it was Sarah Jessica Parker on some kind of interview. And she goes, I think I just missed the boat for a really good facelift around 50. And I just remember that was so Coco Chanel of her to be like, this is what I would
Yes,
do.
it
And
is.
I'm like,
Yes.
yes, in the realest way
Yeah,
possible.
oh yeah,
Just a
yeah.
just a
Just a
nice
nice little
lift.
little lift.
I don't want to
Nothing
look
crazy.
I don't want to
No,
look nuts
no.
and different. I just want to look like a nice and then
No
gently
pillows, no pillows. No
no.
pillows.
I don't yeah. And that's okay. That's just not
Oh
me.
yeah, absolutely. Nothing
But
wrong with that. You do you.
I love that that was like, and I think Justin's always like wants to buy something too. He's like a Rolex, something ridiculous.
Oh
And I'm
yeah,
like, hey, you know what? To each their own.
yeah.
Uh,
Something. It's something.
I mean, besides paying off your house, like whatever, pay the bill, pay
Right.
off
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
But I laugh. I just was like, oh, it's a wellness thing. It's a time. It's a wellness thing. It's a freedom thing to just be able to ease. Like, I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock anymore. That is a goal for me in the next 12
That would be
months.
amazing.
It means I can't have a boss, but that's actually the plan,
But you
right?
are the boss
I am
at
in
the time.
some yes.
And at that time, you will be the
Yeah.
boss. And that's what we're all, not all of us, but because there's a thing for everybody.
Yeah.
And not everybody needs to be a boss or an entrepreneur. But we can work for other people in a much better organic way. And I think that's the new, thankfully, the new
Yeah.
larger idea out there is all of that old BS
Oh,
is not true.
oh, the corporate
The
80s and
corporate,
90s,
because
bless their
you
hearts.
can, because I do work for people in offices now, and I have before recently, and it's, you don't have to be in the
Under
office
good boundaries
under good
too. You
boundaries.
started with great boundaries
Yes.
and just like a solid foundation, I think. And that
Yeah.
was probably like the most excited I've ever been for you was not that I think uh, sometimes moving out of state is a great thing.
Times.
You just never know.
Yeah.
I've always been like, even my one friend who just moved away back east, I was like, well, your problems are going to follow you, but
Follow you.
I'm cheering you on.
Right?
And your problems are there, but also your environment changed, like that fish tank
Oh.
type, meme where they're like,
Mhm.
oh, look, it's like
Yeah.
as soon as you went to a new environment, literally all your habits have changed.
Mm.
The way you talk about yourself, the way you're growing, the relationships you're making, and then I get to interact with those people now too, and I'm like,
Yeah, they're
they
real people.
see and know, whereas the people I think here sometimes just didn't see that, and maybe that's just a flaw in the last few years. But I also think that like going to another
Mm.
space,
Yeah.
removing yourself and going into a different environment,
Mhm.
which is true for me, like corporate going completely into the outdoor and even like more of a family environment, things like that, so I can make like hoodies for the
Mm.
entire family, or I can make matching shirts for everybody, an adventure group, things like that. Like that is not a corporate setting.
Yeah.
um I can stay up. I mean, I am staying up later these days. I'm becoming my grandmother. Like I remember she stayed up till like 2 in the morning. She was a nurse though,
Mm.
so she could never really get out of that habit. And I remember just being such an early morning person. And then the last few years, I'm like, my husband like wakes up like a full blown rooster, like "Cuckoo," and I'm like, oh, what? No, no. And then I'm like, let me sleep. And he's been letting me sleep a little later every day, and I feel better.
Mm.
It's just working
Oh,
for
it's
me.
amazing what happens when you actually do follow your own clock, your internal clock.
I mean, I
'Cause
love being out of office, but I'm like, I love being off the alarm. No
yeah,
waking up to
off.
eh. It's my favorite sweater.
It's my favorite sweater too.
I'll let you. I'll let
Let
you.
me.
It's your podcast, but I will let you.
Okay.
Kick it off. Wait, let's bibbity bobbity boo. What do they do? Rubber baby bubby bunkers. Rubber baby bubby
Buggy bunker. Bubby
rubber
bunky.
rubber
Rubber baby
buggy
buggy
bumpers.
bumpers.
Take two. And we're back.
And we're
Following our own rhythm.
I was getting there.
You paused.
I
I'm like, let me
I
help.
was trying to reset to where it just like comes right back to the out of office. Yes, following your own rhythm is so important. It's like I know a lot of other entrepreneurs who they've been doing this forever, and some of them are like complete night owls. And one, and I'm sure he knows who I'm talking about, but he's out there like up at noon, in bed by 4 a.m. But that's when he does the best work. And thankfully, he has his entire business
Yeah.
is nothing that involves people needing to be up. He's designing or
Oh,
constructing
yeah.
things, so very little is needed to contact the client.
I mean, people always say that too. Either they get up super early or they stay up late because they have that alone time.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Get so much more done at night.
and for men, it's a little different. Everybody, does their thing and their quiet time is in the middle of the night.
So,
And what I've learned from all my female empowerment, which is what I'm all about right now, especially being in my late 40s, is the hustle culture is dead for us. And here's why. And we don't have to do all these things anymore. Like, I got a housekeeper. And I love that my somatic coach is like, I give you full permission, girl. Like, paint it, create it. And I mean, and the whole vision board aspect of it was so powerful for me too. Like, thinking, yes, I can create my own life. What do I want it to look like? How I've just worked my booty off since I was
mhm.
12 years old, worked super hard through college. I never even got a spring break. I laugh at that.
Yeah.
Ah, so many things that I want to do now that don't require me getting a motorcycle because it is midlife, but it's not that type of midlife.
Not midlife.
Not that midlife, but not having a boss, not waking up to an alarm, calling in amazing creatures in my life, and I
Connecting.
am,
You're
yes.
master connector.
Oh, I feel that.
I love the term master connector,
Yes.
and we are both master
Yes, we
connectors.
are.
As you are getting involved with the Missing Link
I
Network.
love the missing link. I loved hearing about it. Anything about a hub. I'm a mountain biker, and hubs are
Hub.
a thing. It makes you efficient. It makes you amazing. You can do tons of, you can roll forward in so many facets. So teaching Jacqueline about hubs, she was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I always thought missing link was like the Yeti, like he's the missing link. He's
Very
out
cool.
wandering the forest, like he gets it. He's touching grass.
He's touching grass. That's what we're all doing.
Oh, but I love that.
So you're involved as an area director because
Yes.
the Missing Link in Reno is now expanding throughout the country. We have 7-ish more
And growing.
areas and
Yeah.
growing, and one of them is right here in Las Vegas. And this is your new area director for the Missing Link in
Yeah.
Vegas. So you are starting hubs, but you had your first third Tuesday, which was more of like an information session
Yeah.
for everybody. And it was actually, you were so nervous
I
because
was.
it was a quick marketing task,
It was.
but people showed up.
They did. And I think it's because a couple things, but I love to connect other people. I'm already doing it, and so it was really great to have that structure and just support on the back end. And I also just sat through a meeting and I was like, yes, this is for me. I love being able to learn myself, and I love to be able to share with other people what I've learned to make me more successful and learn from them. Like, oh, teach me how to do that. I think is something that as business owners, I don't like the word mastermind, and I am going to find another word for it because I truly believe that like we can all sit down and be each other's board of directors in a positive way. And so it's really going to be a lot of fun. So we'll do the third
Second, third Tuesday.
Tuesday. And I'm picking, so I'm doing local, supporting local. And every business that I host this at is going to be owner ran and operated.
Amazing.
So the Bend was my first one. We did at Evolve Brewing, love those guys. And then the next one will be at Velvet Vine.
Okay.
Fantastic spot. It has a full coffee and spirit bar downstairs, beautifully renovated downtown area. And then upstairs is co-working
Oh,
spaces.
hey, okay.
So you could literally
That's a
start
good
your
one.
day with your coffee, go upstairs, work all day, and come back down for happy hour, which is what I'm going to do that day. So I'm really excited to do that. And I'm just really excited to start 2026 with freedom, connection, purpose, and empowering others to really. And I've met so many. So we have a new baseball stadium, the A's.
Mm,
I think they're going to be done in 27, maybe 28. I'm not sure yet. But that company brought in all these new people.
mm.
So not only have I met all these brand new people in the last 6 months, now I really get to be a liaison for Las Vegas because I've been here since 2003.
Wow.
Longer
Mhm.
than I've lived anywhere else, longer than I've almost been, half my life is spent here in the desert. And I love it so much. And I love our community. I think we're more than casinos and slot machines. I'm a huge advocate for being outdoors, and I think that this place is my playground in so many ways. You can go
Yes.
to a VGK game, you can go to a fancy restaurant like we did last night.
Right?
Oh, and we they messed up my steak.
Boy, the universe gifted you
Oh, and
by
and
messing up the steak.
you would have thought we were royalty. They were like, "We're so
So
sorry."
sorry.
And the next thing you know, we have dessert
Free shrimp
and free shrimp.
and free dessert.
And I was like, "Hey, thank you so much." And my mentor, one of her famous stories is eat the chocolate cake.
Yes.
And it was just fascinating that that was what was
That was
gifted to
what we
us.
wanted, what we got,
Yes.
which is a very good coaching lesson in just that everything like everything works out, of course, but also like the way it works out is not how you expect it to. So you go in and you're like, I'm gonna get the chocolate cake. I don't know what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but oh, they just happened to cook the steak wrong.
Yeah.
It was actually the wrong steak, which
Yeah.
was like it wasn't just that
Oh, yeah,
it
they didn't
wasn't
do
just
it.
overdone steak. It was that I'm sorry, ma'am,
Whoops.
we've made the wrong cut of steak. We're not even showing you the steak. We're working on it. And they were mortified, which was amazing. But that ends up getting you some shrimp and some chocolate cake. And it just should go along with all the things like nothing is ever perfect. And we plan out.
Hmm.
I mean, you plan when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner, you have these super detailed plans
Strategy.
and it never works out because we're humans on Earth, and that's just not how this works. But everything just goes. It's like the pinball,
Ping
ping
pong?
pong, ping pong.
Oh,
No,
Plinko. Plinko.
well,
No.
that's
What
true
is the
too.
name?
The
Plinko.
pinball. I was thinking pinball.
Oh, pinball,
Pinball.
the
Yeah,
OG.
yeah,
Diddling,
the OG.
diddling.
Yeah, and it just goes down, right? And it's and that's the thing is you've got the ball at the top, and it's going to get to the bottom somehow,
Yeah.
but you don't know how it's going to get down there.
Oh, yeah.
So you plan how you think it's going to go, but it probably won't because things, paddles and all the things, even the Plinko pegs, even if we're playing Plinko, same thing.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't stress too much about how you get to the place. And we were just talking about that at breakfast at Sunrise,
Yeah.
where she's being recognized by all people. And it was you wrote kind of a vision board, but you put photos in a box.
I did.
I've written lists of things for years about like at the end of this year, this is what's going to have happened, and I'm going to make these things happen. And then I forget about them, and you forgot about the box.
I totally
And then you
forgot
open the box, and it was what?
all of the things that
Everything.
I had wanted within that year. I had received by July, August of this year. And
Everything.
they were in a
Like very
box,
specific things and
very
big deals,
a
big
van,
a
a
van.
women's group that to adventure with. I mean,
The REI, the sports
yeah,
store, a picture of the
of the
store,
store.
and your shirts are in
Both
local
REIs
REIs.
and we'll be in the flagship one day.
Yes.
That's my goal for this year.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But like specifics, and that's the same with my list. Like
so
I
specific.
forget all about the list, and then years later I'll find the list, not even the same year,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, all of that has happened, not in the way that I had planned it or thought it would, and I'm no richer or more successful because of it, but it happened.
And I love that we can be able to, like, visualize it, feel it. I think that feeling something
Mm,
is way better than, like, strategizing and forcing it with, like, these are
yeah,
2 steps that you can do per day.
yeah.
It's more like, does this align with what I wanna do anymore? And also, I've had visions too where the opposite happened, which actually is, like, better for me because I thought, "Oh, this is what I
Oh, yeah.
want," or, "This is what I thought I needed
Right.
in order to be happy," and I always called in more money. And I'm like, "Well, what does that even mean? I've gotten a ton of money, and it's still the same outcome." I'm still like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's not fulfillment." And you would think working a pop-up
Mm,
store, making shirts for 2 days in a row at a festival, it is tiresome, but this year specifically, I was pinging. I slept the best I've ever slept.
mm,
I had the most ideas that week than I've ever had. I even had even more momentum the week after. So that really set me free from like, oh, do I want to do farmers markets?
mm,
Oh, do I want to do I wasn't sure. I have always been taught don't trade your time for money and blah blah blah. But at the same time, like having full connection to my community, my full blown like people that I love, my outdoorsy nature lovers of all like you don't have to mountain bike. That's just my true love. Um and then it just kind of trickles away from there, like kayaking, I think being the
mm.
least favorite of my outdoor adventures.
Right.
But whatever.
Yeah.
My besties, that's her favorite, that's her and her husband's jam. They love it. And I'm kind of like, whatever. But it's like finding your people and like that energetic feel you get from being around other people.
Right.
That is what I love about the pop-ups. And I'm like, okay, it's time to do some more pop-ups. It's time to do some more interaction. And now it's wild because since August, every month, and I was literally telling him I'm gonna close the business in July. I was like, I just, it's just not working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just don't feel it.
I'm done.
I'm done. And I'm gonna
Nothing's
close shop. And literally after that, every month was bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I did a full blown ultra race experience, design all the way to production, to all the shirts for the mountain bike festival, to a bunch of different. I did a whole bowling league. That was fun. Just all these different projects that came in, and I was like, I'm drowning in design and I'm drowning in production. And so I was working my day job and doing this at night, and I was falling asleep with my laptop on my lap, which is just wild, but also feeling very purposed
Yes.
and called to do these things. And then also energized to tell my ladies group,
Mm,
do the thing. Like what? And then I brought in a speaker, which was really fabulous. I'm so happy Mandy found me online. She's like, I want to, meet with more women. And so then she met with my ladies group. And now we're doing another workshop to do vision boards later this month. Like I have more things on the list that are happening quicker, which also is a thing. My somatics coach was like, easy. Easy is a thing.
yes.
Hard is what you know. Do you like it? Is it good for you? Absolutely not. What is easy? What is smooth? What is fluid? What feels good? And a lot of people that are climbers and roadies are like, I want to try mountain biking. Now, just recently, I've converted a bunch of them to mountain biking and just saw they're like, oh, the joy that I feel. Now,
Mm.
has it always been that way? No. Some people are like, it's not for me. I think that's fabulous. Try it out, do whatever. Like I've climbed, I have the tightest hips on the planet and I'm not a good climber. But that's not to say I wouldn't go out and, like, we've been even saying this. We're like, "We want you guys to host us now, us non-climbers to go out and, like, experience and show us because I
Mm.
see their videos all the time, and I think it's beautiful. And I mean, just literally like how you touch grass, like you're touching a mountain, like a piece of the earth that has tons of energy and power, and I just think
They're
that's
both the
magical.
guy touching grass. Is there somebody behind
Literally.
us touching grass?
He's literally having a full-blown experience,
It
which is
looks
magical.
amazing
Yeah.
and magical.
He had his shoes off, he grounded
Let's have
himself.
his feet up. It was
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I loved it. I loved that
Speaking
we're
of, yes.
speaking of touching grass.
Yes. And you're mentioning the bike groups, women's
Yeah,
groups,
ladies'
because
night.
Missing Link is kind of like is going to be a spin-off
I
from
know.
all these places, but you've been hosting ladies' night at bike shops Headed by a bike shop.
Yeah, just all mountain cyclery. Yep.
So all mountain
All
cyclery. I will
mountains.
say it and just
AMC.
chew that up.
Yeah, everyone just says AMC.
AMC. And it's teaching women specifically, like you're having a glass of wine, you're bringing your bike, or you're working on a bike there,
Yes.
but like how to change a tire and
How
everything.
to
So
do anything and
basically,
everything. Some people come in without a bike, some people come in with a bike. The last few ladies, like I think 3 have come in without a bike, and then we get them a demo.
oh, good.
They get to connect with other women. We take them out for a ride. They love it. Literally, Brittany bought everything for it in a matter of a day and a half. I sold her my old rack, and now she's got the bug, and now she bikes all the time. It's empowering to have other women. I think the one thing that stands out for me is that yes, women's groups are fabulous. That we need our women, other women peer to peer. We're just different, but I think in a male dominated sport, and even one of the bike owners was like, until I had a daughter, I had no idea that I was teaching people
Mm.
the wrong way
Oh.
because your body is way different than mine.
Mm.
And the way we hold our center, the way we think about things, the way we see things, the way we feel about things. Whereas, guys are like, just lean back and like send it. And you're like, what?
You're not sending
No.
anything.
I mean, I've learned a lot from guys, but I also think there's an environment that I learned everything the hard way for mountain biking, and I didn't want that to be a thing. And my girlfriend and I, Steph, when I were out riding, and we come to this one favorite spot of ours, and we're just looking at the beautiful mountain. We just take a deep breath, and I'm like, there's got to be more cool babes like us. Where are the cool babes? Like I want more adventure people just like you. Like I was so happy.
Mm.
And she and I tell each other all the time, we're so happy that we met. I was like, let's find other cool people to do this with. And when we created the women's group, AMC was just like, run with it. Like, what do you need? What do you want? And I was so happy when it started off with 4 of us. And then one day I came and there was over 30. And everybody has their own way. Like some people are more introverted than others. Yeah, it always works out exactly each night the way it's supposed to. And now I'm asking them like, what else do you want? This is your group. Like, tell me what other things you want to learn. And I love it. They all tell me because it's in a safe environment. We literally on the one of the nights, Bobby put together a set of wheels, and he poked holes in all of them and then taught us how to use bacon and taught us how to air it up, all these different options, right? All these different tools and things like that. And all the women got to physically put it all together so that it empowers them. One of the girl goes, I have a repair kit, I don't know how to use it. I was like, isn't that crazy? Like, well, you're on the trail and you get a flat, and now you're like, well, I have all this stuff, but I've never gone through the exercise. It's like the military. They practice in the dirt playing war. And
You do it. Yeah,
and
they
what
don't
did
just
they
do it.
say? I think it's pilots that perform dog wars 6 different times are more likely to come home alive.
Mm.
And that
Well,
stuck with
that's
me.
what you're doing.
Yeah,
Well, they're gonna
that
make it out
practice.
with the repaired tire. They're gonna make it out.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna fix their chain. There's so many things mechanically that can go wrong. I have a full. Steph and I are like one of those weird people that have like a full kit. I could almost dang near give you a kidney in the middle of of nowhere. I've missed my calling so badly. I'm like, yeah, hold on, let me give you a blood transfusion. And like, I've put my husband back together. I've put a couple of Johnny and all them back together. When they've fallen and chunks of flesh are flying off
Chunks
and
of meat everywhere.
blood spewing everywhere. And I'm like, I just go and I'm in the zone. Whereas other people are like, oh my God, like, well, he's going to die if we don't do something. We're going to put him back together. And then things have happened to me too, where I've had to be like completely in an ambulance, like off the Brian Head Mountain. So it really, and a lot of us have had really bad accidents or surgeries. And at the end of the day, it puts things in perspective of like, what do I want? Is it worth the risk? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. And my mental health and what it does for me. And so right now, I am learning how to do certain hucks and just different technical key pieces, like learning a berm and things like that, that I'm finally physically and mentally ready for. Whereas before, it's like, no, I just want to pedal. Just leave me be. Let me have fun. I don't want to race either. That was the other thing. I want to look around. I want to
Yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I'm
get
about, and now I'm doing 2 races this year, which is amazing. But also, it's the same with my business. I am finally ready to feel good and grow in so many different ways and grow my techniques and grow a community. I feel grounded and rooted and purposed and inspired enough for it to be outside of my ego and more for my community.
And I'm so glad that you explained why women, because as you know, in the corner with Zach, we wouldn't be in the corner without me asking why women,
Yeah.
because there are so many women only groups. And I've asked this before and I've gotten great answers, but I do think it needs to be known because we're in such a society now. It's like, well, what about me? What about them? What about us? But it's a totally different
Yeah. We're not little
space.
dudes.
Yeah, we're not, they're not little dudes.
We're not. We're totally different
Totally
creatures
different
in a
creatures.
good
I
way.
love this.
Yes, like we bring so much to the table. I love a good diverse group. Nothing is worse than being on an all male team just chugging away. uh and the same with like our women's groups too. Like we all bring something to the table. But we all really talk about hearing each other's ideas and helping each other bring them to life or just being there. Like I tell a couple of my friends that love to solve problems and I'm like, you're worthy just being here. You don't have to solve anybody's problems. You don't have to do anything. And and in life before that, if you think about it, my worth was based on what I brought to the
What you
table,
did, yes.
how much I served my family or my community, how much volunteering I did. And I literally was like an empty vessel at the end of
Mm.
making 100 lunches for people and volunteering for some and doing things for my family. I'm like, no, like what about like the the year of Leslie, like or years
Yeah,
from here on, it's not selfish.
this is
And
good. Can we just be
oh
loved for
yeah,
being there? Because that's the old school business too. Is like, what do you bring? Which is great. I mean, everyone's got talents, and we need to
yeah,
have the talents, and we need to do the things. But it is so weird now, and it's only happened to me recently in my new environment with my new amazing people. They'll turn mid conversation and be like, "Well, what do you think?" I'm like, "Wait, what?" Because until then, for 20 years in Vegas, I fought
yeah,
to speak and to say in these rooms.
yeah,
And that was, it wasn't just me, it's everybody. Like you're at the boardroom table or in your boardroom or your members group, everyone is thinking at all the same time, thinking, how do I get into this
yeah,
conversation? Where is my in? No one ever takes a pause and looks at each other and says, how about you?
yeah,
Or what do you have to say?
yeah,
And then it's not even, important business tactical related stuff. It's just, do you like sunshine or
yeah.
do you like this
it-
weather?
it's a podium or
Yeah.
projection of like how do I stay relevant, and within that environment it will create the same echo chamber,
Mhm.
and you get out of those environments and you change what you do. And I was even telling my mentor like just recently, I was like, it my relationships feel better,
Mm.
even my
Good.
business relationships feel better, like on a regular basis for my job. I connect with property managers, I connect with people who have a lot on their plate. I want to bring in awesome, amazing people that I love to see and talk to and help every day.
Yes.
I don't want to bring on someone who's going to be a jerk to me,
Yeah,
rude,
exactly. Yeah.
yell at me.
No, there's
Absolutely
a
not.
different person for that person,
Oh,
for
yeah.
that client.
That is
And
not
I
my
like to
vision.
leave them to those people because
Yes.
there's plenty of people out there in ownership positions that want to yell and scream and fight with their clients. I know
Yeah.
many of them. I've known many of them.
And the
And they
fear.
love that. That's
Yeah.
how they live their lives and that is fulfilling to them on their own level. We don't have to understand it or believe it, but it is, I
And,
think. That's how it goes for them, and that's okay. So they need the bad clients, not the bad clients, but the bad
or just
attitude
all the clients.
clients.
No, I want
Yeah.
my client to look a certain way. I
Mhm.
don't want every client.
No.
I love telling people, "Oh, though that's not for me." One
Yeah.
lady sent me something today and I was like, "Well, if I only produce one of these, it's going to be like $200." Like, this is silly. Like that is not what I do. That is like pick something from my store. or pick something
Exactly.
choose something else that I can replicate into
Yeah.
200 of these. But one, it takes me, it takes so it's not a thing for me. It's not my place in business. But a lot of times people will bring on people that drain the customer service department, drain the business development department. And I'm like, but for what? Like, do we need that business? Like, what if we did something a little differently and
Exactly.
chose better clients, or just chose clients that we all agree with on how to treat each other? And I loved that part of it for business development. I think sometimes business development gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
We're all trying to sell our snake oil. And I get it. I get it. I don't want anyone coming at me with more life insurance. That's for sure. I'm like, no, I have it. I've got it.
Always about your extended warranty.
It's like the
Um,
mailbox and my little flag is up. I
yes.
have life insurance and a financial planner. I am good to
Good
go.
to go.
Uh
Yes. And to kind of bring it full circle, and talking about entrepreneurship and business, it's your own tribe, and that's a good.
oh,
I mean
so
that in
good.
the right
Yeah.
terminology, in the positive light,
Yes.
because sometimes that's not positive. Um, but you can say no, and that's the huge milestone when you
Oh,
finally realize you're not saying yes to everything because you're desperate. Even when you are desperate, you should be saying no,
no.
because it will bring back better things that fit, things that are the hours, the minimal hours you have left to work in the day have to be worth it.
Think about
That
farming.
was the best. Yes.
If you put too many seeds into soil, sure, it may produce a year, maybe even two. That third
Yes.
year will be less valuable. And then the year after that, you have to have the right amount of soil and sunshine, and you have to be able to rotate your crop. And the same for your business.
That's
It'll,
so good,
it'll,
because
the
it's true. I've recently learned this, that sorry, calls coming in.
calls coming in, customers to say yes
Customers to
or
say yes
no
or no
to.
to. What was I saying? Seeds. Seeds
Seeds.
and farms. Because I've just learned we have at the Urban Roots farm,
Yes, your
we
farm.
have our own boxes
Yes.
for the team. The team gets to play in the farm and plant our own flowers and
I cannot
vegetables
wait
and
to go up there
things.
and see
Right?
this.
And I just learned, because I don't know
Yeah.
much about this stuff. And um, our amazing grants director taught me that, yeah, you can put all the seeds in there,
Mhm.
just kind of like you were just saying. But once they start to grow, she's now like
Yeah.
picking them out,
Yep.
transplanting. She needs to space them
Yep.
out. And that's so much like business. Like, yeah, you can throw it all in there and
Yeah.
see, but there comes a time when you have to start being very selective about what's growing, where does this need to move to grow more,
Yeah.
or else you're just going to do all the things and choke yourself out,
Yeah.
and then you have no flowers or shitty flowers.
Or they just grow on
Yeah,
top of each other and it
it's a
diminishes.
mess,
Yeah, it
and you're
is.
overwhelmed, and they're
Yeah.
everybody's overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So you have to stop eventually,
Yeah.
to start to say no, and to start to say no. We need just a row of flowers or a couple inches in between. Same with your business. You
Yeah.
cannot accept it all. And I recently just said, like, that was my milestone thing, was like, I don't have any more hours to
Yeah.
spend on something that's not going to give me the money that I need to survive.
Yes.
And when you are left with that little bit of couple hours left to sell, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be monetarily worth it, and it's got to be metaphysically worth it.
Yeah.
All the worth it.
You're so close to getting a team like of your own.
Mm.
Like I've seen this for you. I've felt this for you. And where you really thrive in your coaching business and all the other things that come, it's like your own hub within yourself and the
Oh yeah,
spokes of
it's a
all the
huge stream.
places. Yes.
Yes.
And I see this for you. Like you are going to have a team this year of people. And yes,
Year of the horse.
I
Year of the horse.
year of the horse. I love this. Beautiful, beautiful horses that roam and graze with ease and confidence. And this is the thing too with like boards.
Mm.
That board is going to keep going. That business is going to keep, things are going to just go and keep going. You're great. But it's okay to like let somebody else do that task and like learn and grow from that task too.
What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Hire your weaknesses.
Yes,
Saying that for
hi.
605 years.
What was it? They were always like, "Oh yeah," they would do this analysis in school. These are all your strengths, but these are your weaknesses. And then that's what they wanted to work on. And I remember raising my hand and being like, "Why? When I'm good at this?" Oh, no, no, no. We want you to be well-rounded. And I remember being like, if I was well-rounded, I would just be well-rounded. What are we talking about here?
That's
Like,
great.
so many people want to be this like phoenix. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like a cocker spaniel is a cocker spaniel. Like my beagle is literally bred.
It's a beagle.
She's bred to hunt. She's not that great at listening. Bless her.
That's right.
Same for me. I am not a domesticated woman. Oh, no, I will cook and clean, but that is not my drug of choice. I want a housekeeper. I want to do my artwork. I want to have coffee. I want to collaborate. And I want to come home to a clean house and my laundry put up. I don't, and yeah, and I do want a garden, right? I do want to put my hands in soil. I do want to like, and that's the greatest thing about a garden is that it's seasonal. So right now everyone has their winter gardens, right? And winter's different. Winter for businesses are going within and like taking time for yourself, being that movement of which you are trying to cultivate, which is time, like hustle culture. It's dead. It's dead. Anyone telling you that and it feels wrong to you, it is dead. Like I wish I could go back to my 25-year-old self, bless her heart. She wouldn't listen anyway. I would do.
Neither would.
Oh yeah, I would always do
Little
it.
Zach would not do either.
I would always be like, watch me. And then I'd be like, oh,
No.
yeah.
Or in fact, I would have rathered, and this is the hindsight looking back, never going to happen ever, because this is the way of life. But had I the energy today that I had then when I stayed up for hours working on stuff that didn't matter.
It did.
Stuff.
It did matter though.
It mattered then,
Yeah.
yes. And I did do a lot of things that did matter to my soul and my art and everything. But also there was work and the corporate office life, the abusive office life of sitting in that chair for years, late on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and coming in on New Year's to catch up and like, but all the human energy, because I don't have that. But you don't know that when you're 23 and it's just there because it's always been there. But then when you're 43 and you're like, oh, it's gone.
I need a nap.
I need a nap. If I'm going to keep going, I'm going
You want to go to dinner at what time?
Yes,
absolutely not.
PM.
We went to dinner so early yesterday that they weren't even ready.
We're ready to have dinner.
So we sat at the bar and had our aperitif, also known as Pinot Noir. It's an appetizer of its own, and waited for the dinner menu and the restaurant to actually get ready for us. And I loved every bit of it because we were in bed by what? 10, 9?
9 or 10. And we were headed home by 8:30.
We were headed home. Yeah, it was a thing.
But we had it was a full day. It was a full meal. It was all the things we wanted it to be by 9 p.m.
Those EDC days are not for me. And that's a great thing, like a seasonality of your business, seasonality of where you are in life. Like there are friends having babies later in life and their life looks completely different. There's people that have teenagers and that people that are launching kids, people that are entering being a grandma and they're starting their own business now. And I love it.
Yes.
I think there's more to life than just working corporate, than just being a mom or a dad, than just being like whatever little box it is. I think you can be the pinwheel of things and cultivate different things at different times. And you grow them. And that's my point is I want to grow my t-shirt business so that I can live and breathe that. And then I know it will morph. I know it will because it has and can and will just do something completely different.
It'll do the Plinko.
Plinko. Doop, 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 doop. $0. $1 million. Exactly.
So 2026, year of the horse for Wildflower Nomad t-shirt company.
Yes.
You see much growth.
So
Much.
much.
You're
It's
just
already
running
happening.
like a stallion,
Yes,
like the stallion, like my hat,
like the horse,
the
the
hat,
stallion
the
that Zach
stallion.
is. Hello. I love hats. They're wonderful. It protects my face and my hair and everything, all the things, and it's good for you
Yeah,
to have that sunscreen on. But
indeed. Where can we find
oh yeah.
all things Leslie Johnson Marshall?
Oh, at Wildflower Nomad
That's
everywhere with a Y.
WYLD
WYLD.
.com,
We have so,
wildflower
yep.
nomad.com.
Yes.
Instagram, especially
Yep.
big on Instagram.
Yeah, growing into TikTok,
Oh,
getting there little by
TikTok.
little. We're going to be expanding the store in the next few weeks, so I'm really
Amazing.
excited about that.
Wow.
And just putting all my workshops up. I'm big on workshops, and I think you and I really discovered that, like working sessions. And I just went to take the lead, and that was revolutionary for me. It was very workshop-esque and tangible working items to go into your day-to-day life and not feel overwhelmed and not feel like I can never achieve all these things. What are we talking, like, though these are like baby steps to get you thinking about what you want to do. And it's the same for even my designs. Like, I'm going to retire a few designs. I'm going to bring in some new ones. So out of office is definitely going to have like the whole front, my attention. It's going to just have
Have attention.
full front row seats to my
More,
attention.
more Squatch design.
More squatch. Yes. Yes. I think one of my favorite things, I think we sent each other this, where it's like your favorite out of office reply.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
like, please don't let this email find you.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope this email does not find you at all.
yeah, don't find you at all. Like, there's so many great things about like knowing that you're in the right place because someone cultivates you resting and energizing and being around your family. Like, I remember a recruiter telling me, don't tell them anything about work life balance. Don't tell them anything about X, Y, and Z. And I just remember being like, well, since when am I not allowed a lot? What is this, the Stone Age? Like, now I just feel like, even last night going to a nice restaurant, like the cultivation of good service and the way they reacted to an oops and the way everyone greeted us and the way everything was just beautiful and it made for a great experience. And
Yes.
that's really what I go into all my workshops thinking about everybody else and watching them all grow as if they're in their own little soil box, right? Like, they're all different seeds. They can be whatever and do whatever they want.
You can be whatever seed you want to be.
Everyone's so different. And I was telling you about, my new design for the jersey, and I had struggled with it. And it was because I didn't have the story to help me craft the visual
It's all about the story.
story. And
People, stories.
women
God.
mountain bikers are everything. Young, Hispanic, like tall, like in their 60s, 70. I know 70-year-old mountain bikers. Like, we were even talking about dying. And I love that, because in a sense we're all living if we're thinking about that,
Yes.
because it's not guaranteed.
Mhm.
And getting older, one of the younger girls goes, "Oh, don't talk about yourself like that." And I go, "No, this is a good
Yeah.
thing. This is a really good thing that I know where I'm at in my life, that I'm not trying to be a 25-year-old version of myself,
Yes.
that I am going to be the version that I am right now. And everybody's going to be in a different spot in their life, like, some people just want to go out and spin with their friends. No bigs. Other people are like tracking their Strava and like doing their calories. Oh, where's my this? And that's okay. Like, and some people are like all about the bike park, all about this, all about that. Like, racing left and right. I mean, I have a wall. You've seen it. It's a ridiculous wall full of medals like that.
Yes.
If I added that up, that would probably be a really great 401k. And but
Amazing.
but again, like, living proof that I am doing my journey and walking through it and figuring it out in real time and not staying in a spot that doesn't serve me anymore. I'm like, nope, I'm flipping the switch. I don't care if everyone's like, whoa, head on a swivel. What is she doing now? I'm happy. I'm moving. I'm going.
Preach.
Yes,
Yes.
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 Like no more thinking about
No.
like, well,
No. It's
is
okay.
this okay? What are people going to think?
Just post it.
I'm kind of like into this whole like deleting my LinkedIn, and I know that sounds
Oh.
terrible.
Oh.
Some
Oh.
people
No.
don't like Instagram. You know, even at
Yes.
breakfast, did you hear the lady? Well, I'm different, and
Yes. I'm
I
different.
I don't
Yeah.
have social media. I love my social media. I've met some amazing strangers that
Yes.
I met once and keep in touch with.
Yeah.
Some people love Strava. I used to. It's one less application for me at this point. TikTok is there. I have to like engulf myself into it.
I'm not a TikTok.
You just learned how to do YouTube not too long ago, and you're like, "Oh, I got this figured out now." But it takes that dedication, which
Yes.
goes back to like if I'm doing too many things, I'm not going to be good at
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. Because there is even more to be said about the pick your
Oh,
thing, pick your platform.
oh yeah.
And like I am on every platform except TikTok. But I am.
Yeah.
However, I favor Instagram.
Yeah.
I favor LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. I don't know
It
why.
works for
It
you.
works for me. And I don't favor Facebook, but I am everywhere. And I should favor YouTube, but I don't yet because it's its own
Yeah.
monster of a life. So it is still true that even if you do have all the channels, you should still just pick one or two that
Yeah.
you're like really good at or that you really love because you don't want to do anything that you don't love, including social media.
And if you don't love it, that's the greatest thing about
Mhm.
Zach. And even myself, like somebody will ask me for something and I'll be like, "Ooh, I know two people and you get to pick. You get to interview them. They already
Yes.
know that this is happening."
Mhm.
I think this is super healthy because nobody ever wants to say, and we've both had this happen to us, where like our um oh shoot. Hold on. Conscious brain. Referrals.
Referrals,
Love
yes.
that. I could look to the left and be like, "Yes." Referrals have been like, "Oh, we only referred one person and that really wasn't the best fit." I like giving people options, and I like telling people too, "Hey, like give them other options," and vice versa. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them about three other people. Because I don't always have like the pulse on what's going on in their
Yeah.
lives either. Things could be happening and moving, and they could be like super busy or getting
Mhm.
married, whatever their
Yeah.
life events are. But I think it's the best thing to do is to be able to say, here's a couple people that can help you with SEO, that could help you with a blog, that help you with a newsletter. And starting with like the most important channel for your business isn't, and I think we were just listening to something about that saying it's not just, oh, this is the recipe of what
Mhm.
you need. Everyone's business
Yes.
model is different. And
Yes.
that's why the coaching aspect, even for me, just for t-shirts. Like I even knew I need to focus on t-shirts. That's my first thing and I need to figure this out. And I did. I'm like, okay, I figured this out. Now it's time to branch out. Okay, now it's time to branch out to workshops. Ooh, I really like workshops. I didn't think I was gonna like workshops. Um, yeah, there's certain tasks that I used to work on my website and now I can't do it fast enough with what I'm doing and somebody else can. So I hired them to do that. And it's so important.
Gotta build the team. It's like two of the main takeaways from like the real estate world. It's like you won't be successful if you don't build your team.
Yeah.
As in, do you have your plumber and home warranty person and everybody else
Yeah.
handling the transactions, all that, and then also give your client the three vendor options and let those are part of your
Yes.
team. The three vendors are part of your team. They all know that they're on a list of
Yeah.
three, and they should be okay with it. And if they're not okay with it,
Then
then
that's
they're not the
not
right
then
one
they're not for
on the
you.
list.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly fine with
Yep.
someone picking someone else over me, as if we're not jiving enough for them to
Yeah.
say, yes, you're the one. Because when I sit down with someone and they are so fired up and we're just leaving that meeting like
Mhm.
fire, then I know
You
that's
have
it.
so many cool
Yeah.
clients too. You tell me about them all the time and I'm like, this is why I'm always like, I need to meet them. Like I want a client summit
Yes.
so badly where we just get together and have a virtual happy hour and support each other, like follow each other on social media. Like there was a physical therapist in my last group, and I liked all her stuff and commented on it and sent it to a few people. And I always want that for me, right? Like even though I don't always ask. Sometimes I ask for it, where I'm like, hey, in different days, hey, can you share this, or hey, can you do this or that? And I use those wild cards because I don't want to always bombard people with my needs.
Yeah.
But I also want to cultivate an environment where like we're all helping each other in one way or another. Like, hey, can you get this here? Hey, do you know someone here? Um, because doing everything is not, it's not a badge of honor.
That ain't it.
Oh, it's and it waters it down and it makes you resentful and your battery just goes doo. And as you get older, and this is what I wish somebody would have
Protect your battery.
talked to me more in my 30s about, which was I always had 3 jobs. I can't believe I had 3 jobs. No wonder I was sick. No wonder I got an autoimmune issue. No wonder oh my gosh, the health that I have now. I can eat steak. I'm gonna try eggs soon. This is gonna be a big deal.
Oh my God, we're putting Leslie back on eggs.
Oh, it's been 15 years since
long
oh
eggless years.
yes, eggless. I mean, I don't miss garlic. I don't miss pineapple. I should probably try that.
I would miss pineapple. It's my favorite.
No, it's not my favorite.
Oh,
I don't like fruit.
Oh,
We should do the round. We should do that round where we ask people or we ask each other those weird questions.
Yes, we'll be back with that. Because we will do more videos randomly, so you have to look elsewhere for these Easter egg videos.
Yes.
But this is the In the Corner with Zach podcast. Thank you, Leslie Marshall Johnson Marshall, adventurous redhead, wildflower nomad, biker extraordinaire, missing link area director of Las Vegas. Anything else?
Out of office forever.
Office forever.
Yes.
And this has been another episode of In the Corner with Zach. Tune in next time.
I love you, buddy.
To find out. I love you too. Oh. Tune in next time to find out who's in the corner next. That was well timed.
I like it.